This is the part of the process where I think a lot of people get stuck. It's difficult. You choose a notebook size and you feel really good about it, and then you start using it and everything just falls apart with the inserts. There's a lot of choices out there, and there's a lot of possibilities, and there's a lot of pressure to get it right. So today I thought that we could simplify this, and not by using any rules, because there's really no rules to this. A lot of this is just my own observation, and I want it to be kind of based in reality. Let me just start by saying this: wanting more inserts makes sense. Okay, more inserts feels prepared. It feels organized. It feels like you're finally setting yourself up correctly. Most people are not trying to overdo it. They're trying to avoid regret. The problem is that more inserts rarely create more use. Here's the truth that a lot of people are not ready to hear, or they don't hear it early enough. And that is that a notebook does not fail because it has too little space. It fails because it becomes uncomfortable to use. Writing is a very physical thing, and your hands and body feel things before your mind does. And if it feels awkward, then you're going to avoid it. And when you overload a notebook, a few things happen. Okay, the notebook, it stops lying flat. Pages shift under your hand, the spine feels tight, and the whole thing feels really busy. None of that really feels dramatic in the moment, but your body remembers. And the next time you think about writing, you hesitate. That hesitation is the beginning of abandonment. I'm speaking from experience. I can't even tell you how many notebooks I have abandoned for this very reason. And I want you to think about something. When you open a notebook, do you feel relief or resistance? Okay, relief feels like ease. It's easy to use, and resistance feels like effort. It takes a lot of effort. That feeling is going to tell you more than your setup ever will. I think there's a myth when it comes to productivity. Many people believe that more inserts equals more productivity, but in practice, it's going to create fragmentation. You flip around, you search, you second guess where something belongs, and that mental overhead adds friction. A simple notebook invites use. A complex notebook invites management. And those are two very different experiences. Here is what I have found works for most people. If you start with one main insert and then you add a supporting insert, that's all you need to get started. And if you fill it, then that's information that you can use. And if you ignore note pages, that's also information that you can use. Your behavior is what teaches you what to add next. Some people write every day, some people write once a week, and some people write in emotional waves. Your insert count should match your rhythm. If you write sporadically, then a thinner notebook might be better for you. If you write consistently, then you can tolerate more. But don't confuse tolerating more as the same as desire. Okay, do not confuse ambition with capacity. Every notebook has a comfort limit, not a maximum limit, a comfort limit. And that limit is different for every person. Past that point, though, writing quality will drop, usage will drop, enjoyment will drop. Your job is not to reach the limit. Your job is to stay under it. So a lot of people treat their notebooks like a final destination. They want the perfect configuration, and that pressure kills experimentation. Your notebook is allowed to change. You are allowed to remove things, and you're allowed to simplify. Nothing bad happens when you take an insert out, and usually relief happens. After years of watching how people actually use their notebooks, that is what stands out to me. People who use their notebooks the most often have the simplest setups. and they don't actually talk about it very much. They just write. And I don't think that's by accident. When you understand capacity, something shifts. You stop stacking options and you start choosing with intention. And this is where systems start to matter. When size, inserts, and use align, everything feels calmer. And that alignment is what makes a notebook sustainable. In the next video, we're going to talk about why customizing one notebook intentionally can really alleviate some of your resistance to using your notebook. And I think that's where it's all going to come together. So, in closing, more space does not create consistency. Ease does. A notebook that feels good gets used. And to me, that's the only metric that matters.